Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the Quran in English Basics for Beginners. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Verse number 5, chapter number 64, Surah At-Takhabun, Mutual Loss and Gain. Has not the story reached you of those who rejected faith aforetime? So they tasted the evil result of their conduct, and they had a grievous penalty. That was because they came to them messengers with clear signs, but they said, "Shall mere human beings direct us?" Arrogance, mocking, insulting. Usually it is the wealthy, arrogant people, the elite of the elite and the wealthy who insult and mock and reject the messengers. So they rejected the message and turned away. But Allah can do without them. And Allah is free of all needs, worthy of all praise. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. Subhanallahil Azim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Allah does not need anybody. Mankind needs Him. We need Him. So if those, Allah through His mercy and His love and His kindness and His compassion for humanity, He has sent His best amongst best of human beings as messengers for the guidance of humanity. Yet these arrogant people say, we're not interested. We don't care. They think they are doing Allah a favor. They think they are too intelligent. They don't need God in their life. And they make silly remarks that no, religion has caused more harm to humanity and we wish there wasn't any religion. That is how ignorant some people are. So they rejected the message and turned away, but Allah can do without them. Allah does not need anybody. We need Allah. Allah is Al-Ghani. We are the fakir. We are the needy ones. The unbelievers think that they will not be raised up for judgment. This is how they fool themselves. Say to them, O Muhammad, yea, by my Lord, it is an oath. With the minute you see the word by, it is an oath. By my Lord, you shall surely be raised up. It is an oath. Then shall you be told the truth of all that you did. And that is easy for Allah. So remember, don't be under the misguidance or the misunderstanding as what some people are. They think Islam is only for Muslims. They think Quran is only for Muslims. They think, no, Allah is a different God only for Muslims. We've got our own God. This is where they make a very, very big mistake. Muslims believe in the supreme creator of the heavens and the earth, God most merciful, who is one. The one supreme creator who created the trillions of galaxies and the stars and the planets, and who created human beings, and he created the elephant and the dolphin and the whales and the lions and the crocodiles and the wildebeest and the hippopotamus and the leopards and the cheetahs and the birds and the bees, and he also created matter from nothing. Creatio ex nihilo, creation from nothing. He created atoms and molecules and oxygen and hydrogen and helium and all the elements of the periodic table and things known and unknown. He is the supreme creator of everything, and Muslims refer to him by his correct name, which is called Allah. It does not mean that Muslims are worshipping a different God. There is only one God, La ilaha illallah, and this very same God is the God of the believers and the unbelievers. So whether you believe in Him or not, guaranteed He's going to raise you up and you're going to stand in front of Him on the day of judgment. Whether you believe in it or not, it does not matter. You're going to stand there. That's a guarantee. If you look like a human being, if you talk like a human being, if you walk like a human being, if you eat like a human being, and if you look in a mirror, you say, that looks like a human being, then it's guaranteed you've been created. Then you're not an AI robot. The Chinese robots will not stand in front of Allah on the day of judgment because the Chinese robots don't have a soul. The soul is going to stand in front of Allah because Allah has created the soul. So the Chinese robots are not going to stand in front of Allah. Because if a Chinese robot may look and pretend to be a human being, but it's got no soul inside. But for the human beings, everyone, including the Christians and the non-Christians, the Muslims and the non-Muslims, and the Buddhists and the Scientologists and the pagan worshippers and the neo-pagan worshippers and the traditional worshippers and the Sangomas and the traditional healers and the monotheists, pantheists, polytheists, the agnostics, those who are not sure, yeah, maybe God exists, yeah, maybe He doesn't exist, and the atheists who say, no, God does not exist, guaranteed every single human being on the face of the earth, including the popes and the presidents and the prime ministers and the kings and the princes and the princesses and the emperors throughout thousands of years, and the kings and the queens and the sultans and the presidents of the world and the leaders of the United Nations, and every single human being, the Academy Award winners, the celebrity musicians, the Wimbledon champions, the UEFA soccer champions, those winners of the gold medals at the Olympics, and the presidential nominees, and those who have won the presidential award and the Kennedy Awards, and those who have gone to outer space, and the biggest doctors in the world and the smaller sangomas in the world. Everyone, big and small, rich and poor, every single one, including the honorable members of parliament and the premiers and the mayors and the local ward councillors, everyone will stand in front of God. And if anybody has done a crime by which they have enriched themselves and they are a member of government and they have taken bribery or involved in government corruption and enriching themselves and their family, on that day they will wish that they were never been born. Because all their crimes will be revealed for all the world to see. And on that day, the big shots will become little shots. That's why it's called the day of loss and gain, at-takhabun. The big shots will become the little shots. The wealthy will become the poor, and the poor will become the wealthy. The arrogant ones will fall on their knees, crying and begging God to be sent back to earth so that they can go get a copy of the Quran and read it and figure out what life is all about. But then it is too late for tears. Then they will spend the rest of eternity in misery and suffering. Because when they had a chance to read the Quran, it would have taken a few days, a week or two. Even if it takes you a whole month, what is a month compared to your whole life? There's no excuse. The unbelievers think that they will not be raised up for judgment. Tell them, say, yes, yea, by my Lord. It is an oath. You shall surely be raised up. Then you're going to get a scrap of your life, man. You shall be raised up. Every particle of you will be assembled again, up to your fingerprints and your retinal eye scan and your 100 billion brain cells and your trillions of interconnected dendritic connections to give you your pathways in the brain. Even if you died from Alzheimer's or dementia, you will remember everything A to Z. And you have 30 trillion cells in your body. Allah most merciful, the Supreme Creator, will reassemble you again, even though we know that even one cell, one biological cell in your body is more advanced and more complicated than a Rolls-Royce factory with the mitochondria, the ATP molecules. These are your Duracell batteries. You have your histosomes, your lysosomes, your smooth endoplasmic reticulum, your rough endoplasmic reticulum, your Golgi apparatus, your cytoplasm, your semi-permeable membrane, which got its own intelligence. It's got passport control. It doesn't allow any solute into the cell. And then you have your messenger RNA, you have your ribosomes, you have your cell, you have your nucleus, and your nucleus got your 46 chromosomes. If it is an XX, it means you are a girl. If it is an XY, it means you are a boy. And from there, you have 3 billion, the amazing, amazing DNA molecule with 3 billion base pairs from your mother and 3 billion from your father, which is your genetic code. It will tell you your skin color, your eye color, how long eyelashes you get, what kind of hair you got, curly or straight or thin or thick, how tall you're going to be, how fat you're going to be, what kind of heart and kidneys, everything about your entire body. The code is written in there, comprising 6 billion codes. Adenine, cytosine, guanine, and thymine, the 4 base pairs with phosphorus bridges. Absolutely amazing, and God in His mercy will reassemble everything again. You will open your eyes and you will get a script of your life, because you thought, oh, when I die, yeah, nothing is going to happen. Then people, some of them who don't even understand quantum mechanics and quantum physics, they just want to use big words. Yes, according to quantum physics, we are just simply balls of energy. And when we die, this ball of energy will go back into the universe. And there will be balance in the universe, because that's what quantum physics tells us. Well, for those people who don't believe in the hereafter, they will be in a great state of shock. Can you imagine? You in the grave, and all of a sudden you have been woken up. You've been there for thousands of years. You've become fraught, but now you become fresh. You're no longer fraught. You're fresh, and the grave has kicked you out. And you see billions of people all running like locusts with their head down, and the angels are saying, go straight, go left, go straight, go right, go straight, go left. And everyone is in a great skirk of their lives. Why? Because they denied this day of judgment. Yea, by my Lord, you shall surely be raised up. Then shall you be told the truth of all that you did, and that is easy for Allah. Believe, therefore, don't delay us upliftments. Get a copy of the Quran today, read it, and then believe, therefore, in Allah and His Messenger, and in the light of the Quran which we have sent down. And Allah is well acquainted with all that you do. Don't delay. Get this light, the Holy Quran. Don't delay us upliftments. Please don't delay. Join the 35 million people every year who are becoming Muslims. When they read the Quran, they say, wow, that's what I've been looking for. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah.